point I would love to make to my fellow CMOs is around AI personalization and micro-targeting. That's the whole next generation of what's really happening in the world of marketing. We have seen the evolution happening from advertising-based campaigns to digital campaigns, very niche digital campaigns, to now micro-targeting happening. As we get the energy data, and this is behind the meter data, right? So and the meter data, when we say it's a smart meter data, so which is what people typically call as advanced metering infrastructure, AMI, or it's a non-smart meter data, right? It all depends on what data you get, and then based on that, you can actually go fingerprint the data. We can apply something called disaggregation on top of the data, and what the data then really tells me is what's really happening in the house. So based on the segmentation, based on my appliances, based on my consumption profile, based on my propensity to buy something, all those pieces come together, and that makes my consumer energy profile. So once you get the consumer energy profile, you have now the entire data, which is completely itemized and disaggregated for you, and then you can decide how you want to go approach a customer. Typically, as marketeers, we know that we love to run campaigns. Account-based marketing campaigns, email campaigns, we love to run those campaigns. How many times when those email campaigns get hit on you, how many times do you open those emails? Most of the time, I click through those emails where the messaging is extremely personalized. It is very targeted to what I'm looking for, or the probability is very high for me to open those emails. That's the same thing with your consumers. Just because you have the consumer energy profile, now you need to go target them with the right messaging. If you're looking to really optimize your spend and get a better ROI, this is the way to do it, because now you have a certain amount of marketing dollars. Instead of doing a splash and then hoping for something to happen, or doing Google AdWords, or doing something on Facebook, yeah, great, I get a much bigger net to cash, but I really have no idea who's going to click on this. Is that even relevant to what I'm trying to do over here? Or is that everybody's clicking on it because there's a cost per click? Your idea is to convert that cost per click into cost per acquisition. CPC is not enough. CPA is what you want. With this micro-targeting and what you can do in terms of personalization, chances of converting from CPC to CPA becomes extremely high. Let me give you an example. So one of our customers, they were running a pool pump program. And their biggest issue they were running into to say, it's not just identifying who has pool pumps. Yeah, great, I've been able to come back and do a fingerprint of, here are all the devices and here are the number of people who have pool pumps. I needed that next level of disaggregation or the consumer profile information to say, these are the number of people who have single speed pool pumps. Because now I can go drive that personalization where I can say, you have a single speed pool pump. And here's what your itemized bill actually looks like, and this is your cost on the single speed pool pump. And if you go get this variable speed pool pump, here's the kind of savings you can have with the variable speed pool pump. And then, if I can also then get to know what's the time they're running this pool pump, then I can go drive them into the time of use kind of a program. So now you're driving personalization at multiple levels. As I was talking about, there's consumption data, then I have your appliance data, and then I also have your interaction data. And that third piece is extremely important for me to get better in personalization. The worst thing which can ever happen is there's something I'm able to provide you based on what your consumption profile and your device profile looks like, but you really don't care. And I'm just hitting you with the same thing. Now I become spam, and that can never happen. So you also want to make sure that are they really interacting with you? And if they're not, then what exactly are they interacting with? What exactly are they clicking? And again, back to the point, as marketeers, cost per click has to convert into cost per acquisition. That is the journey we are on. And if we can get on that path and we can see how they're interacting, that interaction data will really tell you what should be our next level of personalization. The mantra I really believe in is personalization leads to customer engagement, better customer engagement. Better customer engagement leads to trust. That trust then actually gets reflected in how they want to come back and really interact with you, and they want to go on a journey with you, and then you can come back and do an expanded commerce.